You ever been lost? Get out there and think you'll never make it back? Right road turns out to be the wrong road. No GPS. Phone battery running down. It's kind of scary. You ever have everything fall apart? I have. I remember that time, it was yesterday. I'm joking. Y'all are way too serious, man. No, I remember a time when everything fell apart. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Out there on that road, don't know what's going on, don't have a map, everything at work doesn't work. It's a place I call the place of not knowing. It's a powerful place. It's where the magic is. And you're out there to see what needs to be seen, hear what needs to be heard, doubt what needs to be doubted. What's crazy is that all along you're right where you're supposed to be. My God, it's good to see you. I've been out here for so long, wandering around from town to town, trying to find a way back home. Followed crazy directions. I turn left, I turn right, I turn wrong. Here I stand, another well-traveled man, trying to find where I belong. I know there's a place, and I know there's a face for me. But how far must I go down the crooked road to be home? Adventure, summer 1994. I'm the opening act on Stevie Nicks' summer tour. Rhiannon for 3 months. But for those 3 months, I know that it's the end of a 2-year cycle of touring and writing and recording and promotion and shows. And I'm worried. I'm worried because I don't have any songs for a new record. I don't know that if I have anything to say. Backstage at some amphitheater out west, it was San Jose or San Francisco, I can't remember where. The drummer in Stevie's band, my hero Russ Kunkel, and I are talking about this. And he tells me, Darden, go on an adventure. Drive across the country. Do anything you have to shake the trees. What he's saying is I need to get out of my mind, see something new, and go find the songs. Now, shortly after that tour, my life comes apart in a career, divorce, money, whirlpool. I start to question who I am as a man, as an artist, as a father. But instead of running from the chaos like I usually do, I dove down into it. I was writing all the time. From those upside down days, I found a whole new batch of songs, a new vein to explore. And over the next few years, I come to see that the real adventure is inside the walls of my own house, inside of my own soul. Stop hiding in my songs. Start telling the truth. Russ is right. Sometimes we need to take an adventure, blow the carbon off the spark plugs, trick ourselves into seeing what's really there. That not knowing place, it's where the beauty is. It's also where the struggle is. They live hand in hand. But getting to the beautiful part of all this is kind of a hard thing. It's difficult. And once you find the beauty, you got to restructure everything. That's even harder because you get used to it. But you can't see anything if you're not looking. You can't find the new if you're not searching. This is what artists do. This is what makes art. It's what seekers do. And actually, I think it's what we're all put here to do. It's what we're put on the planet for. I know I should have all this on the screen, but I'm not quite that technical. This is called Leaving Town. I'm in artist and songwriter Terry Allen's studio in Santa Fe. The room is huge and full of light. Tables holding different projects are scattered around. Sculpture, drawings, song lyrics, props for an upcoming theater piece. Terry tells me, art is about leaving town. I always wanted to be a leaver. I think he means you need to know where you come from, whether it's a place or just a mindset. You have to be clear about that before you can truly go anywhere worthwhile. The first place is comfortable. The middle is exciting, scary, maybe a few wrong turns, the unexpected. The end is unknown, fresh. But you have to be willing to wander. And when you finally arrive, don't get too comfortable. One day you're going to have to leave again. My God, it's good to see you. Been out here for so long, wandering around from town to town, trying to find a way back home. Now what's that? Couldn't hear you. Tell me once again, say it slow. You're just like me, you'll always be looking for home. Come on, let's walk together. It don't make no sense to be out alone. I'll look for you, and you can search for me too. Together, we'll make it home. Singing la, 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 la. You know that not knowing thing? It's what got us all here. I mean, no one came here to get bored. You came here because you don't know what's going to happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen because I've never done this talk before. I've already messed it up about 4 times. You didn't know. You never heard this. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who will say what. You probably don't even know who's next. You came here to see something new. It's that sense of wonder. Wondering what's going to happen. That's where all the good stuff is. Art, spirituality, work. You don't want to know everything that happens. That's boring. Admitting that you don't know, you seek. It's mythological. It's going into the wilderness. It's what it's all about. It's going within to find that new vein. Like Terry Allen said, you have to be willing to wander. See what's there and notice. Just pay attention. Make it a practice. Make it a habit. I like to call it the habit of noticing. Every day, get in the habit of paying attention. So this next one's called The Truth of Jean Cocteau. I'm trying to drop as many names as I can. I'm really reaching, but I want to squeeze a lot of them into this one here. Joe Ely says it before he starts a new project, like a book or a record. He takes a trip up to the Cap Rock, to the plateau around Lubbock and Amarillo, the Texas Panhandle. He needs to see the sky, feel the wind. Lyle Lovett tells me that he often feels like his back is against the wall and he's looking out, comparing everything in the world to Houston. I hear that Jean Cocteau once told Man Ray to never completely sever his American roots because that's the source of his art. Know where you come from. Have a perspective, a point of view. Always remember what it is and how to find it. To truly leave and go out on that wandering journey, you need to know where you're starting. You need to know what you stand for, who you are. Have a really good idea of what you're not. Because times of crisis will come, especially if you think they won't come. If you don't think things are going to fall apart, get a seatbelt. Pay attention. Get in the habit of noticing. Because what that noticing does, it fills your quiver full of arrows. Notice what's good. Notice who you're with. Notice what you're doing. Notice why you're doing it. Because when things fall apart and you're at the bottom, you're going to start grabbing for things. And if you have good arrows to grab onto, you'll make it. It's easier to see the new paths. This is when the guy moving the screen moves the screen. It's my show. We worked a long time to work that out. While y'all were listening to Eye of the Tiger, we were practicing. Well, here's the deal. You get out there, things fall apart, things come back together. Sometimes, you got to pull a rabbit out of a hat. But then there's other times when you have to go out and find a whole new hat. Life's hard sometimes. Whether you want it to or not, change is coming. Luckily, change is coming. For everybody, artists, man, I don't want to do the same thing all the time. And I don't really like people that do the same thing all the time. Business, everyone. It's like, change is coming. Thank God. So know where you come from. Be willing to wander. Be willing to not know. Out there, it's where our best self is. It's where the next is. Change is. Go on that adventure. Leave town. Find the new hat. It's where beauty lies. It's where art is. It's where love is. Singing la 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 la. Sing along with me. La 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 la. Sing it louder. La la la.